Good morning, my crazy gooses. Just kidding. Good morning, grade 3-4. I hope you survived or are surviving the crazy windstorm. I heard there were winds up to 90 kilometers per hour in Saskatoon. So I don't know where this crazy wind is coming from, but I hope you're doing all right. Hopefully this is the last of it and we can enjoy some warmer weather because it's crazy. Today, grade 3-4, we are going to talk about prefixes. And a prefix, you know, the more you say it, the less of a scary word it is, and it's not as intimidating. So prefix is a little part that we chunk on to the beginning of a word, and oftentimes it changes the meaning of the word. So follow along with me, grade 3-4. I will show you what it's all about. The couple of prefixes we are looking at is dis, un, re, and miss. Just having them here, they don't really seem like they mean a whole lot, but when we add them to a word, that's when the meaning changes. So prefix means pre, like I say, happy pre-Friday, the day that comes before Friday. So a prefix comes before the word. So my first word I have here is appear. So if I suddenly appeared, you would see me. If I add this prefix dis in front of it, it becomes disappear. And that changes the meaning completely. Instead of being there, I'm now gone. And a point on its own means to choose. But if we add the prefix dis in front of it, disappoint, then that means almost to let someone down. So dis gives us a negative meaning to our words. Same with agree. If I agree with you, that means I support what you're doing. But if I disagree, that means I do not agree with you at all. And if I'm being honest, I'm telling you the truth. But if I add on the prefix dis, I become dishonest. That means I could be lying, and I'm not very truthful. Able, we're gonna try out the next prefix, un. So able means I can do it. If I add un in front of it, I am unable. I can no longer do it. So certain is our next word here. If I'm certain, that means I'm confident. I know the answer. I'm certain in myself. I'm certain it's right. But if I add my prefix uncertain, that means I'm not very confident. I'm unsure. I don't really know. So un is almost like you can't. So beaten. You beat me in hockey, but if I add unbeaten, you cannot beat me. I have comfortable, so really cozy, comfy. Adding an un in front of it makes me feel uncomfortable, not too happy, not feeling good, kind. You're being really kind to other people. You add in un, again, this one's negative because it means you're unkind, or you could be mean. Known, you know what's happening. It's known to you. Add in an un prefix. Unknown means, you know what, you don't know, and you're not too sure. We're going to start with right, and we're going to find a new prefix, and our new prefix is re, which really doesn't sound like anything on its own, but let's add it to the word right. You all know how to write, but sometimes Miss Saka She gives you the prefix re in front of right. Rewrite, meaning you have to do it again. Redo it again. Rewrite, write it again. View, you can view a movie. Re in front of it is to do it again, to review. I might tell you to look over your notes again or to review your notes. So re is making you do it again. Un, can't really do it. Dis is more of a negative meaning to the word. So when you add these prefixes, grade 3-4, they change the meaning of your root word. By root word, I mean this word I wrote down in Sharpie. That's the word we started with, and we changed it by giving it a different prefix. So pre meaning it goes in front of the word. So we did dis, un, and now we're on re. I have a couple more for us to look at here. Build. So if you were to build a shed, you might have to rebuild parts of it if it doesn't work. Re meaning to do it again, to rebuild. Call. You can be called out. You can make a phone call or a recall. You might have to call again. Recall. Our next one, and that's our last prefix we're going to look at, is in the green, and it's a miss. So let's see how the prefix miss works. Behave means to be listening nicely, but if we add a miss in front of it, that changes it completely. To misbehave is not to listen at all. Use, you might use a pencil properly. If you added the prefix miss, you would misuse it. So maybe you would misuse it by breaking that pencil. We have the root word understand. So you understand the science experiment or the math question, but sometimes you might misunderstand. So meaning miscommunicated or you didn't quite understand it. You misunderstood. Or in our case, our word is misunderstand. So didn't quite get it right. Same with spell. You can spell all these words and you might look back and realize you have misspelled a word or misspell. So it wasn't spelled right. So try out these words. Put them into sentences with their new prefix. So we have disappear, disappoint, disagree, dishonest, unable, uncertain, unbeaten, uncomfortable, unkind, unknown, rewrite, review, rebuild, recall, misbehave, misuse, misunderstand, and misspell. Give me some lovely sentences with these new prefixes we've added to these root words. You can type them up, you can write them up. It is your choice. Send them my way if you want me to look at them. Remember, you are capable of using strong grade 3-4 sentences. Have a great day, grade 3-4.